Hey guys, it's Brittany with Find Your Fears Coaching, and I'm back for round two. Tonight I'm going to share a little bit about finding some resources in your local community for health clinics that are either affordable or work towards working with people without insurance or low income. There are a lot of people, unfortunately, in our country that fall under this weird group where they make too much to qualify for federal assistance or state assistance, but not enough to afford their own health care. And I feel like I'm not alone in people in my generation who are just struggling with that. And so I wanted to give you some resources. I will make sure to post these links in my blog post, so make sure that you check that out. But a couple of websites that I found that have some very comprehensive listings for free or low income affordable healthcare clinics. One of them is nafcclinics.org. I did notice that it wasn't as complete as I would hope in terms, there's actually none listed in Michigan, so that was interesting. I also found one that was sponsored by the government, so it's findahealthcenter.hrsa.gov/index. And that was also a pretty extensive list in terms of a lot of community health clinics, which you don't have to be on state assistance or anything like that to access those resources, but there is a lot of clinics out there that aren't even listed on this page. And so I kind of wanted to share a little, just a minute portion of my journey where I began this and how I learned about these resources. And so the first step, I obviously was able to get connected with a local community college. So if you have a local community college with a dental program, they actually, many of them that have hygiene services, they do walk-in consultations. It's similar to if you went to like a cosmetology school like Douglas J to go get your hair cut by a student. They have to practice, right? So they do things like that for dental work as well. It's how they get their practice. Also, Planned Parenthood. If you're a female, Planned Parenthood is amazing. I know. They do a lot of things that people find controversial, and I get it, okay? I'm not here to talk about politics or anything like that. Abortion, your political views is not my concern. I just wanted you to know that I reached out to Planned Parenthood and had one of the most amazing experiences. That was the most affordable option for me to take back my health. And so they're a great resource if you have a Planned Parenthood in your neighborhood to even reach out. They are the ones who connected me with the Carefree Clinic, which is the medical clinic that I found in Lansing. So even though there may be some resources that seem like they're not your thing, example, Planned Parenthood, they may be able to connect you with another affordable health clinic in your area. So every county should have, at least in Michigan, I know for sure, but every county should have a medical health department. So there's one here for pediatrics. There is one like a women's clinic. There is also just, I think, like another general clinic. There's like 4 health department clinics in Lansing. And understandably, we are, the capital of Michigan, so maybe that's why it's a little bit more concentrated, but there are resources in every community. Logging on and searching your county and searching county health clinics for whatever the name of your county is. It's a great place to get started. Those 2 websites that I listed, which again I will post in the blog, so make sure you check that out. Those are both amazing resources to find some clinics as well. But really the biggest thing to finding these free or affordable options, a lot of these clinics operate under donation. And how you find those, you have to research, okay? People aren't going to just be posting their free health clinics everywhere. But I can tell you that after talking with the doctor yesterday, the Carefree Clinic in Lansing is one of the most underutilized, affordable resources. And oftentimes I've been definitely been somebody that has said this before, like, what am I supposed to do? I make too much for Medicare, but I don't make enough to pay $200 a month in the Affordable Care Act marketplace plans. I don't work for a company that offers health insurance. Like, I'm just stuck, and it feels like you can get yourself wrapped up into that. I'm just stuck. Like, I don't qualify for this, and this isn't available to me. And I realized after visiting that LCC dental hygiene clinic that I had to find a resource. Just saying, oh, I can't get insurance right now wasn't enough. My body was telling me that's not the answer. Like, you have to research. And it took me time digging and researching and compiling different places that I could go to. So it's going to take a lot more work. It's not just, Googling your, local endocrinologist, local family doctor, local OBGYN. It's going to take more research than that. But a lot of the keywords I noticed that really pulled up a lot of things in my search yesterday, kind of preparing for this, was searching for affordable health clinics near me on Google. Google is your best friend, okay? There are so many resources that are untapped out there that will allow you to go ahead and find some sources that are near you. And the nice part is you'll know right away when you call whether or not it's something that is a gimmick or a serious health clinic. And like I said, it's going to be a lot more work. It's not going to be as easy as as it would be to find some clinic like an urgent care or another walk-in clinic or family doctor, but it's well worth it, because if you're somebody who can't afford health insurance or co-pays, the cost of going to the doctor without health insurance is outrageous. Somebody that watched my video yesterday was mentioning that it costs $300 with health insurance to get blood work done. Like, that's just crazy to me. I walked into a clinic yesterday. He saw me. He heard me. That's the most important thing. And then he sent me to the local hospital where the Carefree Clinic went ahead and paid for my blood work. I literally spent $20 yesterday. And that's what I think would be a pretty typical copay. And these resources are out there and they're not being used because we're not researching. We are very much a generation who wants to be stuck and not research. Everything should be at our fingertips. But here's the thing, finding these clinics are at your fingertips. And again, I'm going to post the links that I had posted or I had spoke about previously at the beginning of the call so that you can all have access to getting to those websites, because they will provide a really comprehensive search for you. But if there's something that's not in your area, don't give up. There are resources out there. It just takes the time and the energy. And if you are interested in listening to your body, getting healthy, and making sure that you are, performing at your optimal level, then, a half an hour of research to find some clinics is well worth it, I think. I mean, it didn't take me that long because, like I said, once I got in with the Planned Parenthood, it, all pretty much kind of flowed from there. But it was worth the time to, ask at my appointment, where are some other resources where I can get my thyroid checked out? How can you help me? Because that's what they do. They help people without insurance or people who are struggling to pay for those things. And so they were able to provide, other resources for me. They gave me the information for the behavioral clinic for my depression. They gave me the information to the dental clinic, which is also Carefree, has ophthalmology, dental, medical, and behavioral health or therapy services. And I'm sure there are those resources in your community, but you've got to take a little bit of time to dig and research. So I hope this was helpful. Again, I will post those links so you will have access to them. Make sure that you just check out the blog, and that way you can get access to those resources that will hopefully start your journey towards finding those affordable clinics in your area. Because even if you're somebody with insurance, like I mentioned, $300 for blood work is crazy, right? So finding places that will see you and help you on an affordable rate if you're somebody with kids, or, you know, working 4 part-time jobs, or, you know, trying to make ends meet, even with insurance, things get outrageously expensive, and there are these resources in your community. So thank you guys so much for joining, and tomorrow night I will be back, and we're going to discuss some differences between holistic health and how those things can affect, you know, your body. So what are the differences between finding things like herbal or essential oils, or going the route with the doctor. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow, being your own advocate, and researching alternative approaches. So again, thank you guys so much for joining, and I can't wait to come back tomorrow and talk a little bit more about other options. Have a wonderful evening.